You have to find a system that works for you. If you use your active account that has internet banking, guaranteed, there's a minimum, one small pressure. You just say, we should be in me get this money, let me just go and remove it. I mean, why am I killing myself? First, it's a belief system-based principle. You have to tell yourself that I deserve abundance and I'm open to abundance. You have to constantly rewire your thinking. It means that you must be open to resources that help you attain that level of belief. Because Razak is completely belief-based.
Repeat that again.
Even that you are living on the fringes, you are always in that urgent 2K state, that will be your experience. In fact, some people believe that they are supposed to be receiving,
not to be given.
Not to be given.
I think there is a science or a behavioral to this.
Yes.
And I know you, I mean, when we talk about the coaches of coaches, when it comes to behavior, there's a science to money.
Yes.
What behaviors do people need to kind of inculcate?
Fantastic. So first, everything is belief-based. If you believe that you have abundance, you will have abundance. If you believe that you are living on the fringes, that is going to be your experience.
Please repeat that again.
Believe that you are living on the fringes, you are always in that urgent 2K state, that will be your experience. In fact, some people believe that they are supposed to be receiving.
Not to be given.
Not to be given. If you are constantly in the state of, you are looking for who to dash, you are looking for who to give you cannot do zero balance because you are constantly in a deficit. So first, it's a belief system-based principle. You have to tell yourself that I deserve abundance and I'm open to abundance. You have to constantly rewire your thinking. It means that you must be open to resources that help you attain that level of belief because Razak is completely belief-based. You see this thing we call law of attraction. It's not theory, it's real. What you are looking for is looking for you.
Really?
Yes. So the abundance you're looking for also wants you. But your system has to be able to receive abundance, which means that you must constantly be in the environment and state that makes abundance become normal to you. Because if you're not in a state of abundance, you'll be asking yourself, so as I'm stating you hear some people say, yeah, don't go and be saving because your next of kin will go and use it to buy car. It's a belief system that says, it's me, I'm not working for somebody to come and eat this thing.
So you must eat it. And this is why this is called the money mindset.
You get? So you have to be in a state that says, I am in abundance. And as you're experiencing abundance, you should now create a system that makes abundance work for you and your loved ones. So that's the first place. That's where the behavioral component comes in. Number two, you must now build discipline. Once you have the mindset and abundance starts coming, money is a major master if you don't master it. Tendencies you didn't think you had, money will show it. That's why they say don't trust a poor person until they have money. Because
why? Let's talk about
what they did not, even they would have been saying, never, I can never do this. You see some people, they'll say, you buy shirt 1 million, I can never do that.
That's similar to that Green song that said he is now somebody that bought bleed for 1,000 and not collect change because now it's money.
When you hit money and you're in abundance, vices will now come and start telling you, we've been here, we're just waiting for you to arrive.
Typically, when we see politicians and they say a politician bought a $1 million wristwatch, do you want to see the effort?
Money will always show who you originally have always been. It does not create a new you. It just reveals who you've always been. So discipline is very key because it is in those 1K here, 2K here, 500K here, 200K here, 1 million here that you are just frittering away all the monies that you're supposed to be observing your zero balances with. Which is why I said, whatever system you are using to maintain your new zero balance, make it inaccessible. Make it inconvenient to access so that it becomes something very expedient before you can access it.
So you talk about belief system, you talk about behaviors,
Yeah.
you talk about accountability. Is there anything else?
I think that we have to take ownership of where we want to go. My observation as a life coach so far is that people outsource their own life journey to someone else. I've seen that happen with career people. I've seen that happen with people in marriages. I've seen that happen with people parenting. I've seen that happen with teenagers. I've seen that happen with different adults.
So when it comes to money as well.
And it's inclusive. There is this thing of, I want to, but because this person is not telling me the right thing, I am not encouraged. If there's anything among all the beliefs and systems really that I'm going to say is a key block, is ownership and responsibility. You have to actually sit down and tell yourself, when the chips are down, can I save myself? Do I have what it takes? While I may not have control over the economy, I may not have control over inflation, I may not have control over bills, because every time you breathe, you will be billed. That is true. But I have control over gradually and organically raising my balances so that I can have a way of hedging. Let me give you an example. When I came back from the Christmas holidays into Abuja on 2nd of February. When I came back, we bought power of about 150K. Exactly 2nd of January, exactly 2nd of February, 150K of power was gone. The meter was beeping. Then we bought another 100K. It was just 2 weeks. That one too finished. Then I looked at my wife and I told her, I said, so imagine if we didn't have a revenue-centric thinking and we're waiting for monthly salaries to buy only power, because in 6 weeks, 250K has gone for power. How much is some people's salary? That we are spending 250K. If we are not taking ownership of our bills and expenses and saying we have to be ahead of that inflation and ahead of the economy, you're going to suffer now. Those are some of the strong whys for having your new zero balance. I have a friend that tells me he buys power once a year. He buys one whole year worth of power.
Can you imagine?
So that he's able to beat that window of
inflation.
Tariffs are being increased. He knows that for one whole year, if he's buying power again, he's buying for another one whole year. Do you know what that means for him? Very significant. So even me in my businesses of the food and the clothes and the perfumes and other businesses, I buy stock long term.
In advance.
So that in the middle of that long stock, I'm stacking cash. I'm making sure that my balances are not depleting, so that when I'm restocking, I'm doing long term. If you are going to be doing stock, if you remember how we were raised families where they buy things in bulk. Not every day you're going to buy one mudu of sugar, one cube of Maggi. You cannot do that. Zero balances will not allow you to do that.
To do that. I think that there is this question you still ask, and I'm still going to ask people now, because I want people to really get this at the back of their mind. When the chips are down,
yes,
you don't have control over it.
Yes.
But the question is, what are you doing for the things you have control over? Very important. That's quite instructive. So it's a big question to you who is watching us. But let's come to that point. A lot of time people say, I'm working, I don't even know how to raise extra income. My employer does not give me based on the kind of work I do.
Yes.
You've signed a contract and your employment contract does not give you that room to be doing another work.
Yes.
The gig economy.
Yes.
You are the king of brand community, using your community to make. Let's talk about that a bit.
Yes.
How can people who are listening watch it right now, take advantage of their digital expert and create a brand or community around it?
Thank you. The first thing I would like everyone listening here is that first and foremost, you're a salesperson. Every human being is a salesperson. The simple test.
Are you sure of that? Because I hear a lot of people saying, I struggle to sell.
Every human being is a salesperson. Let me give you the simple test Give a child what they like. Everybody will know they got something. Because naturally, all human beings promote what they like. Naturally. When you wear something you love, you will want everybody to see it. What is sales now? Sales is that you are buying from what has been promoted. So let's remove the technical. There's just this technicality around marketing and sales that does not make people actually sell. Sales simply means that I saw something I like and I bought it. But it has to come from marketing. Everybody is a marketer. So my take is this: no matter the kind of job you do, once you decide to promote things and make money from it, you will be fine. And that brings me to the word called leverage.
So you talk about sales.
Yes.
Now leverage.
So let's put it as a funnel. Sales is a byproduct of marketing.
Okay.
Marketing means promoting something that is good. Sales means making somebody buy what has been promoted that is good. But for you to market, you are open to leveraging. And what is leveraging? Leveraging simply means I see that Razak has this competence and I'm putting him on the channels that I have so that somebody can ask me how they can buy from Razak. Then I come back to Razak and say, there is somebody that is interested in buying. I want to introduce you, but I would like you to pay me a commission or a token on whatever they pay you. Razak, that's all. That's not infringing on my job, especially if there's no conflict of interest, if I'm not selling the competition. Just this morning, so next month, we have a certification on community managers. We're building community managers, and the certification is next month. This morning, somebody said, I saw your flyer, I put it in my community, and somebody wants to pay, but the person wants me to ask for a discount. So I told this woman, I said, I'm open to giving you a discount, but if I give a discount, I can't give you a commission.
You can't get both.
So I said, you can go and sell it at any amount, but remit so amount to me. Guess what? She went to sell it at the full amount and gave me remitted the discounted amount to me. Has she not made money?
Sure.
If you do this 10 people every month, 20 people every month, 100 people every month, forget the salary you're earning, you'll make a lot of money. Once people open their minds to leveraging, there's no limit. Especially where you're not breaching any contractual terms of your job. Especially if you're not selling the competition that you're working for. I think everything should be fine. So for me, it's just being open-minded, knowing what to promote, how to tap into that system. It's just like blockchain. You see, this thing called marketing is like blockchain. There's not supposed to be any architecture around it. It's just open-ended. So see what I like, promote it. Yeah. Somebody buys it, I get it, but I move on. It's like agency.
So you talk about sales.
Yes.
You talk about leverage.
Yes.
Now I want to create a community. The way I've read a lot around the fact of things you've put out there. I want to create a community. How can I do that? That I can create a community of people like-minded and then still be able to manage that community and yet make some money out of it.
So there are three things that make community work. Number one is debate. What is the help you want to give people?
Okay.
Because building a community has to come from a place that when I come into the community, I will improve. Something about my life will be better. So you have to find that thing. And it means that you can just decide that, you know what, hey guys, I noticed that people have issues with self-confidence. So I have this community where if you want your confidence to be off the roof, join this community. It can be as simple as that. Anything.
And then it's subscription.
Subscription is like the end goal.
Okay.
At the beginning, community can just be open-ended, free. So when people come in, the next thing is engagement. What are the activities people must be engaged with in the community that makes them feel like, where have you guys been? I'm so getting a lot of value here. So it's for you to design your value bucket so that every time you're dropping value, you're bringing an expert, you're doing a course, you're giving a gift, whatever it is. Then the third level is the leverage. Now again, leverage comes back. Leverage means that I have a community of people who I'm giving value so that when I tell them, guys, I have an opportunity you will pay for that will give you this value, they will not doubt it. They will pay because you have been giving them value.
Over
that you
time.
did not even bill for. These 3 keywords are very important. 1, what is debate? What are you enticing them to come and enjoy?
That's 1.
2, what's the value you are dishing out, the engagement they are getting? Then 3rd, how do you leverage that? And it has always worked. Last Saturday at the Hilton, I had a class called Brand Community Mastermind in one of the rooms in Hilton. The class cost me about 5 million naira to host. And 101% of the participants came from my community. Like, there was no new person. And everybody paid 300K to join. Do the maths.
No, don't let some people don't imagine what the kind of, but
So that's the
can
power
you
of
give
community.
examples of simple things that people can use to create their own community? People who are watching right now.
Yes.
As simple as you said, for example, self-confidence. So just imagine a daily Nigerian
Yes.
who is thinking of how can I make money creating a community, as simple as WhatsApp group of community. How can I, simple things.
So you see, Razak, this is your
Different
podcast.
knowledge.
You see this money mindset with Razak? We can say, if you know you want to be able to afford anything that you desire, we have a community that will build your capacity to afford anything. Join our community by clicking this form. It will shock you. If you put it out there, just try it. Put it on your WhatsApp. Create a WhatsApp group. Just put the link on your WhatsApp and say, if you are tired of poverty, and you are tired of toiling, and you are tired of lack, you want to build capacity to afford anything in this life within the next 90 days, click here and join this community. That's the bait.
That's a bait.
People will join and say, please, I'm tired. Anything that can teach me. Of course, some will come with the curiosity of, is it network marketing? Is it scam? Is it not
Fonzie.
scam? Then they'll check you out because your reputation and credibility is usually tied to the power of the community. That's why I always talk about personal branding. You have to build a strong personal brand if you want to run a vibrant community, because people will not join a community of people that are non-entities. So once you put that bait, if people now join the community, Razak, you can now say all members of this community would have access to all our podcasts. All members of this community will have access to 1 monthly webinar with a financial expert. All members of this community will have discounted access to financial coaches. Those are engagement and value.
Okay, that's 2.
That's 2. Then you will now say, if you really want to change your game and not just be getting free webinar, you really want to see practical growth in your financial status and your economic status, subscribe to our 90-day financial transformation package, where you have 2 coaching sessions a month, 1 book reading this, 1 access to this coach, this, that. The subscription is 1 million. Is that not what I did with my mentoring program? The same thing. So I have people paying me 1 million naira for 1 year of mentoring in a group setting.
And you don't need to leave your home.
Am I not here now?
I think this is quite interesting, and I think a lot of people would have learned a lot. What would be the last kind of message you would like to give to people out there who are watching this about the zero balance?
I want anyone who is able to watch this, 1, you're privileged to encounter this information. Don't believe that everybody is broke. Not everybody is broke. You have to walk your own poverty cycle and come out by following the principles we're sharing on this podcast. This podcast series is it's a life saver. You must bear the responsibility to fix it. Don't go with the herd and say, Nigeria hard. Oh, T-Pain. Oh, APC set us back. Oh, Nigeria is very difficult. In every economy, there are people that will face the difficulty of the economy. And in that same economy, there are people that are leveraging the chaos to win. So decide to win. That's all I will say. Decide to win. It's a decision, and give it what it takes.
Thank you very much. I'm sure you watching, you've really learned a lot from this podcast. And I'm sure the best you can do right now is to like, if you really enjoyed this session, drop your comment, and please subscribe so that you can get the next episode. But there's one more thing I need from you. I want you to drop your questions. There is the Ask Razak session, which I'll be releasing once in a month. Just drop your question. We'll collate it and we will definitely respond to them. But if you have any question to this as well, please drop. If you need to reach out to Coach Sam, you'll see the email showing on the screen. Please, chat Coach Sam, reach out to him on social media, on his social media account. But thank you very much. And I hope you will come back and watch the Money Mindset with Razak. Hello, Your Excellency.